Welcome to TRB Collectibles. My name's Tom and I will be your guide through this estate sale.
Y'all have any questions, let me know and I'll grab Scott, okay? Hello. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Anything you want to look at, feel free to open the drawers.
So I came across this comic book featuring Spider-Man. It was a little older. Normally I would look it up, but in its condition, I didn't take the time. People really want to collect these rather than read them, and they want them in crisp, pristine condition.
Where is that?
He is in the bedroom. If you come over here and just bear to the light.
So I got to this corner and was like, oh, how many spider webs are all over the wall? I don't think I'm gonna stand here for much longer. Let's just move away. Move away very slowly. Coming up next is the ideal location where I found the majority of what I would buy at this sale. From small electronics to CDs, DVDs, camera equipment, chargers, radio control equipment, drone equipment, you name it. It was all relatively within this desk space, and that's what I'm about to go through now. If I have learned anything about estate sales, is that when you come across one item, it's kind of like gold. You just have to keep digging and you'll find more and more of it. On this desk is when I first discovered pieces for a drone. Chargers for a drone, controllers for a drone, and I'm not talking just one, I'm talking multiple. I had a feeling I would see more through the rest of this sale, because this wasn't just a one-off, this was a hobby. And when it's a hobby, you're going to find a lot of the same category. The next item's coming up quick. It's blinking blue, that black box right there next to the purple figure. That is a camera. I did not know that on the first walkthrough. I went ahead and I picked that up, but I'm going to talk about it in just a moment, so stay tuned. We talked about looking for more gold, and all you have to do is dig a little bit further. These chargers go to drones, and these chargers go to specific batteries that are kind of rare, but more specific than anything. That when you have to go buy one online, they're kind of expensive. So this way you can resell them on eBay, and you'll make a pretty decent profit. Do you remember that camera I pointed out before? And that display case? Well, guess what? I found its twin. Right here on this table. And you know what I did? I put it back down. And I didn't look it up. I tell you all the time that you should always look up things. But in the back of my mind, I thought these were little cheapo, run-of-the-mill security cameras that people put around their homes. But in reality, they're actually pretty decent security cameras. I had come back after I had filmed, and looked both up on eBay, and thank goodness I came back. There is decent profit to be had in each one of these, sold separately. That one was the easy one right there on the table, but the one in the display case was actually still plugged in into the wall. I had to pull the display case out, unwire the whole thing, take the camera out to make sure I could buy it from the estate sale seller. In these plastic totes that I'm going through, I found a lot of pieces and parts for RC planes. And I went ahead and I sourced them all in those drawers, and that's what I'm currently holding, including 2 RC remotes, which will also fare a decent profit as well. So far, I'm doing pretty well at this estate sale. Let's continue. Hey, who's that guy? Ha, it's me! So at this point, I had so much stuff in my hands that I kept dropping it, so I went ahead and I had to source a shoebox from somewhere in a closet. And I did, and I filled the entire shoebox with all of the stuff I had so far. Do not worry, the video games you're about to see did not carry a value, but the Kinect Adventures, if you do have a Kinect, you can pair with it and bring up your price, but unfortunately I did not, so I left these 2 games behind. Sometimes the small stuff at an estate sale is the most valuable, and this was a prime example of that. That small room that we found that had that desk, if I didn't find that controller on that tabletop, would I have dug? Would I have looked deeper into it as far as RC parts? Drone parts? Did I learn that this person had a hobby the more I searched? I did. It's kind of like that video I released that estate sale that had model planes, and I knew that there might be more to it, and I kept digging, and I kept finding more and more, and this was an exact case of that. I had shown you that I had found a shoebox worth of stuff, and I just wanted to go over a little bit about what I found in those videos. I did find a chock full of things. The first being Insta-chargers for, I believe, RC drones or RC small helicopters. Each of these goes for about $10 a piece. I was excited, I picked up both. And I just kept filling my shoebox with the things that I found, because I kept going back to that section after I had filmed. And I had went ahead and I also found a couple of these pieces and parts that go to RC cars, RC planes, RC drones. And it goes for about $10 a bag, because they're brand new, sealed in the bags, and all I have to do is scan the barcodes, search it up on eBay, and find that they're about $10 a piece. So I was pleased. I kept picking these up. I kept finding more and more. I found pieces, loose pieces of RC drones, and I didn't have any labels or model numbers on the pieces, so I went ahead and I only picked up the new stuff, which is easily sealed and shipped. So I picked up these three for these are $10 a piece sold. Now granted, I'm gonna tell you what I paid for everything. I didn't pay per piece, I paid in bulk. So far we have 2 pieces that were worth 10, 3 pieces that were worth 10, so we're up to $50. And this is all still in the same section. I then went ahead and I picked up this other piece, the smallest accessory to the bunch, and this is worth $20 sold plus shipping. Can't beat it. Threw it in my box. Somebody originally paid $17.99 for this one piece. And then, the piece that I didn't look up, that I had talked to you about in that video, the piece that I should have looked up from the get-go. Never not look up something, but I'm glad I went back. I'm glad I took the time to do so, because this was my most profitable find, and that are these Simply Safe cameras. Now these are USB powered that plug into a wall or a computer. You can place them around your home and connect them wirelessly to your home security network. I thought they were just, knock around security cameras that you could plug in, and then I found this one on the table and I realized that there was one in the cabinet that I had passed by. I went back in, I had to remove it all, and these alone go for $50 to $75 used, then plus shipping on top. So I have $150, give or take, right here between $100 and $150. Who knew? And they're practically brand new. They're in great condition. One is missing a plug like this one is, but it's easily, I'll be able to find one as a replaceable. Make sure I can plug it in and make sure that it works. And this time of year, I should be able to get close to that $75 mark. And I was pleased that I found it and picked it up. The other items that I did find, this was a personal find. I think I'm going to use it for my GoPro. I found an Ultra SanDisk micro SD card, so that was a personal buy. And remember, this is all still a group purchase. I found a charger for one of these. It is I believe, an RC plane battery charger, because you can see the ports for the plane charger. Found 2 of those. Those are worth $10 a piece. I just have to get a converter for this one. And then, in those plastic drawers, I found these 2 Blade controllers for 2 separate drones. I couldn't find any of the drones. I'm assuming that somebody had come in before me, had picked up all the drones, all the RC planes, all the RC cars, and had walked out without any of the controllers or the chargers, which is kind of weird. Went ahead and picked up the controllers. I should be able to get $15 to $20 a piece, and then shipping on top for all of these items. I couldn't beat it, and I found within all of about 10 feet in that one single room. And these are all tiny ships. You can ship these out really easily. They don't weigh much. They all fit in this shoebox, so they don't take up much shelf space in the eBay store. And do you want to know what I paid for all of this? That I'm going to make a profit easily close to $300. Hey, you can't beat it, right? You really want to know what I paid? Alright, so I walk up to the guy with the shoebox full of electronics, not knowing what is in front of him. He's kind of going back and forth with me. He goes, "What is all that stuff?" I go, "From what I understand, it goes to RC cars, RC planes, and a couple drones, and these are some home security cameras." He goes, "For all of that, just for the whole box, go ahead and give me $15. Does that sound good? Is that a fair price?" "Yes, I will give you $15. I will give you exact change. Thank you so much." This guy was elated. I had seen him before. He does good deals, and I know he was going to cut me a good deal. But $15, I walked away with a true steal. I could take this $15 and turn it into $300 easily. We're coming up into the holidays, so I should be able to unload all this stuff in the next couple weeks. Overall, it was a great sale, but never pass up on the small stuff, because it could probably be the most profitable. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to click that like button. If you had any questions or comments, please be sure to leave them down below. Tell your friends all about this video, and make sure everyone clicks that subscribe button. As always, my name's Tom, and this has been TRB Collectibles.